Call the meeting, the December meeting of the Library Board of Trustees to order. Do we have any public appearances?
Nope.
Then I will move to item number 3, approval of the minutes. I would need someone to approve the minutes, and then a second, please.
I'll make a motion to approve the November meeting minutes.
I can second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Treasurer's report.
All right, so we're looking at both the overview and the register, and this is for September. There was nothing that was completely out of the normal. I will say in account 355, we did have a bill for task chairs. We replaced, I think, 7 task chairs this year. So that's something that we'll see every year as we start to replace them until we get through the whole lot.
Wendy, I had a question for you on the register, the Carnegie Sinead Memorial Library.
Oh,
what is the misprint of library cards? It's a small number, but
it's a very odd one. So I want to say right before the pandemic, we had new library cards printed. And so what we do is we go to the consortium, to South Central, and we get a range of barcodes, and we give that to the vendor that's printing the cards to put on the back of the cards.
okay.
That all went fine. We got the cards. We haven't used a whole lot of them because it was right before the pandemic. Then we heard from the Baraboo Library, that they got new cards just recently, and we're trying to give them out, and they were coming up as already being Fitchburg cards. So the company that we used very nicely extended the range that we were given to give us like 53 extra, I'm making up that number, a number of extra cards. So they rounded up, I think, to the next 100, which they should not have done because we didn't have those numbers in our range. And so we did the nice thing, and we paid Carnegie, the Baraboo Library, because they had to have things reprinted. And we went back to our vendor and tried to get a refund from them, but it's been 2 years and they're not responding. So we for sure will not use this vendor again because of this problem, but we just wanted to do the right thing by our fellow library.
Thank you.
Yes. Any other questions?
I did have one more question on line 290. The service contract only has 2% left of its budget. Are you concerned at all about that, or no?
No, I think we are. I think we are all spent in that. I think we paid everything that we expect to pay this year.
Okay, thank you.
Which typically happens that we pay most of those early in the year.
If there are no further questions, can I have a motion to approve the financial register and the overview, please?
I can motion to approve it.
I will second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. On item number 5, unfinished business, we don't have any.
Nope.
On to item 6, new business, the DCL annual contract.
Okay, so you've got the contract in front of you. We've already had one thing pointed out to us that is an error that we'll need to fix, and that's in point number 5. The payment of $12,017 should actually be coming from the county library board to the library. I think this is actually something that pops up every year, and so I'm going to ask them if they can change it on the master. You'll see the numbers down at the bottom on the second page do add up. This is an interesting one this year for the second year in a row. So they have, because of the pandemic and circulation numbers not being normal, they have chosen to ignore both 2020 and 2021 in the calculation. So this is a holdover. This will be the 3rd year in a row that we've gotten this exact payment. Generally, they fluctuate because of usage. Ours had been going up for a number of years, but it's really a kindness, I think, that the county is giving us by not kind of punishing everybody for the pandemic and low circulation numbers. So I think they have also convened, just FYI, convened a committee to look at what the formula for this payment is to see if there's a way to update it so that it's not based all on circulation. But I've been on that committee before, and there sadly is not another statistic that really fits nicely in the place of that. So I don't know if that'll change or not. But I'm happy to see that they're holding over for another year. Any questions about this?
Do we need a motion to approve this?
Yes.
We do, okay. So may I have a motion to approve the DCLS annual contract?
I'll make a motion to approve the contract.
I can second.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Closure dates?
Okay. I have an edit to this one as well. We are closed New Year's Day, January 1st, and the Sunday after January 2nd, and that was left off of this list. You'll see we've got a combination here of paid holidays and unpaid holidays. So Easter is not a paid holiday. The staff in services obviously are not a paid holiday. It's not really even a day off for the staff. But I think most of the rest of them are paid holidays. You'll see with Christmas this coming year in 2020, we'll have a 4-day closure again. This mimics what City Hall is doing with observed holidays and actual holidays. And I think most of you probably remember that when we have a paid holiday that falls on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, it really throws a monkey wrench in scheduling because, say, like on a Saturday, 1/3 of the staff would be scheduled, but 2/3 wouldn't, but everybody gets paid for it. So people that are not scheduled have to have another day back off during the week. And if it's a part-time person, it's really 2 shifts off. And this is the time when a lot of people want time off. So we really can't cover the schedule if we don't close for the 4 days. I can't wait until the week that we have a Christmas Eve and a Christmas that are not a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And I feel like we've got 2 more years to go, and then we'll be back there. But that's why there's a 4-day closure. Any questions?
Do we need to approve those dates, Wendy?
Yes, please.
Can I please have a motion to approve the 2022 closure dates?
I can approve the closure dates.
Seconded.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item 7, President's Report. I have nothing from Stephen. I'm sure if he was here, he would wish you all a very happy holiday and Happy New Year. So I'll do that in his place. Item 8, Library Director Report.
Okay, just a couple of things. The council did approve last night to approve virtual meetings through the end of March 2022. So we can expect to be on Zoom through March. And then they're taking it quarter by quarter, so that may get extended after that as well. Hard to say, but that's what we should expect through March. Good news about print management system is slated to be installed on January the 6th. They've had a real hard time getting the hardware, but it is in. January 6th is the earliest date that the library and South Central and the company that's installing can all be on site to do that. We are all looking forward to that. We also, as you know, have ordered some display shelving for the first floor by the holds, and that has also taken a very long time to arrive. We're hoping for this year. It is looking like early February for that. And we still have to talk to a countertop company that Kevin has to do the top and the sides of it. But that project is moving along, which is great. It's been kind of years in the making. The last thing I would just say, youth programming, we were all set and happy to go back to that in January. Numbers are looking pretty bad. Tim told me that he went to a youth services check-in with the system. So most of the library is in South Central. And it looks like everybody is looking at pushing back to February or March, which I think is probably the right thing to do. I don't know, like I'm tired of putting it off. I'm tired of not going back to normal. So is everybody, I get that. I don't think that we want to be one of like 2 libraries in the county that's doing in-person programming, because I think we'll just get inundated, and then that just exacerbates the problem. And it's, you know, it's tricky because this is the population that can't be vaccinated, and part of the population that can't wear masks, so it feels riskier than, you know, we've gone back to in-person adult programs, but they sit very far apart, and the book clubs right now are about half in-person and half virtual. So it's easy to keep everybody kind of distanced. I think with a story time, that's going to be real hard. So I think we're probably looking at pushing back to February or March. Tim and I are going to make a final decision about that probably in the next couple of days. We'll continue to do the pickup crafts because that seems to be a big hit. Maybe spreading those out throughout the week a little bit more, and then see how things go. I just feel like the numbers after Thanksgiving just went right up, and I can't imagine it's not going to do the same thing after Christmas. So that is all of my library director update.
Thank you, Wendy. Agenda item number 9, committee reports, strategic planning.
Nothing for strategic planning.
Anything for facilities?
Facilities, just an FYI that the LED project in youth is almost wrapped up. They came back today to finish up the bathrooms. And some sort of bad news about the chiller. We talked about the chiller last month because it's not doing great things. There are 6 compressors in the chiller. There are 4 small ones and 2 big ones. One of the big ones apparently is completely kaput. The worker from Harker, when Kevin talked about replacing it, sort of laughed and said, "There's no way I'd put that kind of money into this chiller." So I don't think it's a for sure thing that it's completely done, but I think we're worried about that. Kevin's worried about that, and he thinks it'll be hard to get through the winter without it. I don't think there's a chance that we could replace it, even if we wanted to, before spring. So we're looking at different ways to kind of run the rest of the compressors and the rest of the system to keep up for this winter, but I think we might be looking at scheduling replacement. So hopefully I'm totally wrong and it comes back to life. I don't know. I don't know enough about chillers to really know if that's possible. So I'll keep you posted on that. Again, as I mentioned last month, replacing that will be a public works project that we will have input on. So yeah, that's all under facilities.
Personnel?
Personnel is good news. I just wanted to share that we had 4 10-year work anniversaries this year. Phil Hansen in Access Services, Tim Powers in Youth Services, Aaron Taylor in Adult Services, and Dale Reich, our custodian, all had their 10-year anniversary. So we handed out some certificates and had a big ice cream cake as a little bit of a celebration for that. And also,
no hands on the wall like Epic.
Hands on the wall. What?
Have you ever been to Epic?
I have.
At the 10-year mark, you put your hands in, I guess, clay, and they go up on the wall with your name. It's kind of cool.
No, we should think about that. We should do something. It's fun. 10 years is a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Also, Dale started full-time on Monday. So super happy about that. Yeah. And he's already getting a whole bunch of stuff done. So that is good news. And that is all for personnel.
Hey, thank you. Number 10, announcements. The only thing we have is that the next library board meeting will be January 19th via Zoom.
Excellent.
And I need a motion to adjourn.
A motion.
I need a second.
Sorry, I'll second.
Thank you, Brock. I guess that's all in favor. Say aye.
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 Aye. Opposed? We are officially adjourned.
Excellent. Thank you, everyone.
Yep.
Have a very happy
holidays.
holiday.